These my daddies make it hurt. These my daddies make it hurt. These my daddies make it hurt.
And a very good evening, everybody. We have wiggling bars tonight, so I'm thinking we've got sound. Yes, I've started a podcast, and the sound works. Good evening, Jason. How are you doing?
Doing well. Survived another weekend. We're creeping closer and closer to summer break, where my time disappears.
That's it. Stop talking about my kids being off school. I don't want to think about it yet.
Exactly. And I said, you guys have next Monday off. I had this Monday off, so my time has been absolutely gone.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to be podcasting tonight. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. A nice distraction, if nothing else. So yeah, welcome along, everybody. It's Monday night, a little bit after 9 o'clock. And welcome to this week's episode of Tea and Tots. As always, we're live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Tea and Tots. We're also live on the Tea and Tots Facebook page, and I'm sharing it on Shutout Cards Facebook page as well. And we're on YouTube too. And there'll be a podcast on Wednesday, and rate us 5 stars, and talk about us on Apple Podcasts, and all that good stuff. And yeah, it's been kind of an interesting week. Just Jason and I this week, no guest. We do have some guests lined up for the coming weeks, though.
So we've got 2. Exciting. We'll talk about that. At least 2, possibly 3, maybe 4. We're they're in the works.
Yeah, man, you're surprising me with these numbers. I didn't know about 3 or 4, but there we go. So yeah, surprises for everybody tonight. I like it. But yeah, so we'll just have a little bit of a recap of the week. It's been a fairly interesting week. I think it's safe to say it's been a reasonable amount of news this week. So it should get us through the hour. As you can see from the title of the episode, if you're watching along, Topps Bunt is our first kind of topic of the evening. So on Friday, as they do, new release product comes out on Topps Bunt. And this week it was the turn of Topps Bunt 21 Neon. So kind of shiny, 90s inspired kind of design. Part of that, they have an iconic limited edition called Marquee Moments, which include embedded video clips as part of the card.
Yes, I love it.
Here we go.
It's definitely coming our way. I mean, like I said, we called it. You're going to use Bunt. It was your gateway drug to get NFTs.
It is, yeah. They're basically using Bunt as like their beta testing platform to make sure that these digital assets they're creating work properly, and then they go and monetize them as NFTs, is what it feels like. So yeah, we spoke about it a while ago. It looks like it might be coming to fruition. This is the first time they've included video as part of like a Topps Bunt card, for want of a better expression.
We know this for sure. I mean, I have no idea if that was the first. Okay, I didn't read the press release, so
that's certainly what it said on the blurb in the game.
Pink cards. I like pink cards.
Yeah, you just saw pink neon and was like, heck yeah, I'm all over that shit.
Hey, to be fair, I opened them up with Dahlia, who's my oldest daughter. She's 7, and we opened the cards together, and she was like, "Oh, pink cards!" Like, yes, these are cool.
Oh, outstanding. See, I haven't even opened any of them yet.
They are nice, and you get the nice little avatar if you collect. What is it? It's the pink ones, the blue ones, and there's a rainbow ones that you can get as well.
All 4 base or all 3 base sets, I think, and you get a nice avatar. It's a hell of a collecting quest just to get an avatar, but you know, that's a joy of Bunt. But I like to hoard my free currency, which is why I have about 2 million coins on my account at the moment. Because I don't freaking open anything.
I'm at 0 every day. Right. It's like, let's get every mission done and buy my packs and they're there. And
we should talk. Yeah. You can have some of my fake currency if you want.
No, it's all right there. But you know, the one thing I didn't realize about Bunt is you can actually finish a previous set by trading. I had no idea. I assumed once the 3-week period was over that you'd if you didn't collect your set, because it always says it will give out your card if you complete the set at this date. And I happened to finish a set I didn't realize, and I got the card. So maybe you're like me. I've only been doing Bunt for 2 months now. I did not know that. I assumed that once it was done, it was done. So I think I'm probably gonna go and maybe track down a few cards, because I'm assuming you're gonna have people who have maybe hit like a super rare or iconic card and go like, you know what, it's a cool card, but it doesn't help me finish the set.
Yeah. Or they may even have, it'd be unbelievable to get duplicates of it, but there are some hardcore players who I imagine would have duplicates of these things as well. But yeah, so I've kind of circled back, and I'm working on the Inception set, which of course the series 1 of Inception sold out on Bunt. But yeah, so I've circled back and started building that. I like to build the blue variations first because I'm a bit of a blue junkie. I think the Inception blues are really good. So yeah, I've been trying to build that set purely through trading because you can't buy them now. So that means a lot of crafting because the blues are uncommons. So I tend to just like craft a lot to get uncommon cards, like the rainbow foils from the contest that you can craft. They come out as uncommon, so they're pretty good to trade. If you get the white base cards, from spinning the wheel, you craft 3 of those to give yourself to get a rare gold and things like that. So you can trade like maybe, well, it depends who you're trading with, but maybe get 3 or 4 uncommons for a rare if you're lucky. So yeah, I've been working that way to try and build out my Inception blue. Yeah, it's been pretty fun actually.
So yeah, some people are absolutely ruthless on trading. They really are. Like if you ever find me on Bubba on Baseball, anything I have a duplicate of, you're pretty much free to have. Like I don't really care. It's a duplicate. I do that. But you mentioned crafting, and they introduced something Friday. Did you notice it?
Probably not.
No. So for those of you guys that play the fantasy game, you get those free tickets. You get 1, 3, or 9. So there are playoff moments now you can get. So you have a choice.
Oh, that's funny. I did see that. Yeah.
Yes. So you get some actually pretty cool cards. So you get anyone from the playoffs, and they have some fun cards there. So again, you can take your 3 tickets and craft it for those now. And those are a lot of fun because you have, like all the guys that were in the playoff, and it's a lot of big names, and the cards are worth a lot when you play the game. So it's a lot of guys that are like 2.0 like that. So when you're playing a max of 2.0, And then they introduced a new game today, which I guess you didn't see as well.
No, I've had
if
very
you spend your
time
points, if you would spend your points, you would find out there's a new one now. So they've opened up a new thing about relievers. So you can actually buy now. Be honest, it's a lot of middle relief guys and a lot of setup guys. You're like, I don't really care. But there's a new reliever game open there, and they only work with the cards you have to buy there at 4,000 coins per pack.
Wow, okay. Yeah, so I saw the set, but I didn't the reliever set. Because I thought, oh, that's quite an interesting idea for a set. But I didn't realize there was a game attached to it as well, or a contest attached to it as well.
For the next 2 months, I think, maybe it's a month. I can't remember why. But yes, I bought a few packs. So I was like, all right, let's see what happens. And it's a new game, and I figure I just, you know what, just throw these guys out there and try to get some free stuff out of there.
That's pretty interesting. I'll give that a look. Yeah, I've not had too much time for Bunt today. It's been a pretty full-on day. So, yeah, but of course we spotted that at the weekend. I wasn't the only one to spot it, actually. I saw a post went up pretty quickly in the Tops Bunt group. Like I say, if you are a Tops Bunt aficionado, you can look us up on Facebook. Tops Bunt UK and EU, I think we are, something like that. Just search Tops Bunt UK and you'll find us. We've got a nice little community there. We all trade amongst ourselves and chat about the game. So one of the other group members had posted it up on Friday. But yeah, I think I saw it and messaged you and was like, oh, look at this, look at what they've done. So they brought moments to Bunt. So
we're gonna get NFTs. Like it's gonna happen.
NFTs. Yeah.
We said All-Star break. All-Star break.
We said the All-Star break.
Closer and closer to that. It's only like a month away.
That's crazy, right? Yeah.
6 weeks away or something like that.
Yeah. So I guess that segues nicely into NFTs then, because obviously we're in the last of the 4 crafting challenges now. So just a quick recap on that. So every week, Tots have done a couple of 1952 redo sets. And you have various cards that you can craft, NFT cards you can craft into a redo set or a redo pack, and you get your 1952 style cards out. So this is the last week of them. It finishes tomorrow, I guess, at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so 6 p.m. UK, and we were all kind of anticipating that when the crafting challenges stopped, maybe they'd release something else. But we've been checking out their Discord, we've been checking out their new social media channels, and it's basically crickets right now.
It is. So if you don't know about it, they opened up a Twitter. They've opened up all the channels there. I usually try to follow them on Twitter, but it's Tops NFTs. So make sure you check that out there. It's been quiet. I need to check out to see how much those actually 1952 cards are worth, because I do have at least one of them, and I think everyone's going for, at least the one set I was looking at was going for $17. Besides, I think it was like the least Robert, which is going for $60. So I'm kind of going, do I spend the $130 to get that? I mean, who knows what it's actually worth. So, but I think it might be a fun card. It's still kind of a fun set. I'm sure when the next set comes out, whenever that might be, I'm kind of hoping it might be tomorrow. I'm sure it's be absolute mayhem.
Yeah, I imagine it will be. Yeah. I mean, Wax, not just Wax, but crypto in general has taken an absolute battering over the last week. So the values of everything seems to be way down. I'm pretty sure we touched on this last week, because if they did release this week, I mean, the price has gone back. Like the Wax certainly has recovered a little bit. I think you said just before we came on air that it's back up by about 20%. So yeah, I think
we got a long ways to go to where it was high.
It's got a lot. It's still got a long way to go, that's for sure. But I guess it's the green shoots of recovery. Because if they did release right now, then obviously it'd be pretty good to buy in now and then wait for the price to go up and then sell again. But yeah, it'd be interesting. I kind of thought that maybe they would have announced something by now. I mean, we're less than 24 hours away from when they would potentially drop it. So I don't know, unless they put out something late tonight when we're all in our beddy buys. They'll do something at 8 p.m. Eastern or something, which is like 1 a.m. here.
I think what they do is they release something tomorrow and give everyone like a 2-hour heads up, because then you're not going to have 100,000 people flooding the system. And that would be it, because it would be a good way to get the system out and not have to worry about it. Because again, you know what? I actually forgot to buy my NBA Top Shot, but you have like a 40-hour window to do it.
Yeah, 3 days now in Top Shot.
Yeah. So there's no rush to do it. And since there was no rush to do it, I forgot about it.
Then of course the big difference is they're releasing far more packs of Top Shot. So like the last drop was like 310,000 packs. Yeah. What do we have? Like 74,000 and some random number. I can't remember what it was. But
yeah, 74,200.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So with the odd 200 on, so kind of 5 times the availability. But yeah, we did expect something. Of course, if the crafting challenge just finishes tomorrow and there's nothing new to replace it, then what does that speak to for the value of your single cards? There's a good chance that the art is going to fall out the singles market unless they do something to either revive it or reinvigorate it, I guess is a better word.
See, I would have thought I would have hoped they would have actually done something for the scrubs. I mean, take your common guys, let you upgrade
take your shed long cards.
Yeah, well, I'd trade for the shed long cards if I could, but take the guys that aren't really your common cards, your base card players, and have that chance to get a better card. I think that would have been more fun. I would have like Bunt, crafted more of those cards.
Yeah, so the same idea as Bunt. So take your 15 wax or your 1 cent cards and craft them into something else. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
I would have thought that because again, one of the crafting challenges has a Mike Trout card. Do you really want to burn your Mike Trout card?
Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah,
I mean, because I looked at what it is. Like some of the cards you get from the 1950 set, they're okay players, but you're hoping you get the Mike Trout card out of it. I mean, that's really what you're chasing after that because nothing else is really out there. I can't remember who it was, but it was kind of like,
yeah,
it was better than DJ LeMahieu, I'll tell you that.
Good old DJ. I'm glad we got DJ and Shed in within 15 minutes of the show. We've met our quota already. That's good.
We're good to go.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It feels like they need to do something when the crafting challenge is finished tomorrow. Like I say, there's still a lot of time to pass between now and then. And with it being such an instant gratification, such an instant kind of, you can do it, then they don't need to give 3 weeks worth of warning. It's not like the physical cards when you release the checklist 3 weeks in advance of the product launch and stuff like that. It can just be a tweet or a post on Discord and then and a couple of clicks behind the scenes and then push them out and whatever they're doing is live. So it doesn't need the same kind of planning, I guess. That
if you guys are not on Twitter, I recommend you get on Twitter and you set up notifications just for tomorrow or the next couple of days to hear for it because something's coming out. Because I know they said there's a Bazooka Joe thing, but it's like no one's buying Bazooka Joe.
Who the hell is Bazooka Joe? Is he the character for the Bazooka Gum or something?
Yep, that's the same. That's Bazooka Joe.
Okay. Yeah, obviously another Tots thing.
Product, exactly. And with my conversations with a few people in the industry and artists, I asked if they
look at you, Christ.
I am an industry insider. I'm in the know.
You're well in there, man. I love it.
I'm in the know. I had a conversation, obviously, with a couple of artists that we were bringing onto the show, and I asked them if their cards were going to be turned into NFTs, and they said they did not know that there was nothing about that, and they had no control if it was or not.
Interesting.
Because they're paid for their artwork, and then Topps owns their artwork.
Oh, so Topps buys it outright, and then they license it. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the great dilemma that NFTs are looking to solve. So obviously we looked at. So we both have the Blake coin from Blake Jameson, the one that he gave away for free. And funny, I was checking the value of it just last night, and there's now a nice bit on OpenSea, the NFT marketplace, and it actually says on it now that the artist will get 23% of, if I decide to sell it, there's a little thing that says the artist gets 23% of your sale, which of course will just stay there forever. So.
Yeah, our grandkids are gonna love it.
Exactly.
Blake Jameson art coin.
I know, far out. Well, we're for the 1st of June, we're supposed to get something quote cool. According to Mr. Jameson. So yeah, we'll find out, I guess, in 7 days.
So the speculation behind that, it's gonna be a wolf or a wolf picture.
Oh yeah, we've heard this before, right?
Yes, because when he lived in Barcelona, his street name was Uli or something like that. I can't remember what it was. It was some Danish name, the Danish name for wolf. So that's what they're speculating. It's not Uli, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you. That could be kind of cool. So yeah, well, we've got that to look forward to. That's in a week's time, I guess. I don't know how many days there are in May. Let me check.
31.
There are.
I'm on it.
Yeah, I never ever learned that rhyme. So yeah,
that's it. Because the bills are coming up for that. It's like, all right, do I have the extra day or not to pay the bills?
Yeah. All I know is I get paid tonight. Is that?
All right, exactly. I gotta go push some stuff on social media to get everyone's money.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, pay weekends. Get your money out, folks. Jason has many bargains for you.
Yes, exactly. Buy my jerseys.
Cool. So yeah, I guess going from NFTs then to almost the very opposite of NFTs and ultra expensive vintage actual printed pictures of men on cardboard. That's what I was looking for there. Yeah. So this week, of course, just this weekend, we saw the great revival of the T206 Honus Wagner. So after being eclipsed, I suppose, as the most valuable baseball card ever by the 1952 Mickey Mantle that went for $5.2 million, we're seeing a slight revival of the T206 Honus Wagner. PSA 2, so good condition, sold at the weekend for $3,751,500 of your United States dollaroos.
That's a good chunk of change.
It is. Fifth most expensive sports card ever sold. And takes the position of the most expensive Honus Wagner card ever sold. If you look at Wikipedia now, right this second, before somebody changes it, the fifth most expensive was another Honus Wagner card, which I think was, have I still got it open? No, that's annoying. Which I think was about 3.4 million. So this one's just eclipsed it by about 10%. So yeah, nice to see the Honus Wagner card still has some kudos and some cachet in the marketplace. Like you say, 3.8 million for a PSA 2 is pretty good going. I think the one that sold that was a 3.4 million was a PSA 5, which is actually what I wanted to go back and look at. But so yeah, big money for what is just a PSA 2 compared to a PSA 5 selling for less than that, kind of like 3 or 4 years ago, I think it was. So yeah, interested in the vintage world. And there was another story came out, I guess, that affects vintage. Just this past weekend as well, past week anyway. A doctor in Florida sadly passed away due to complications from COVID-19, but has left behind or has been unearthed an incredible collection of baseball cards that they reckon could be valued in the region of $20 million, which is,
14 million pounds. We got we have the conversion.
Good with the exchange rate.
So yes, so the big thing there is a Babe Ruth 1916 Sporting News rookie card, which is the feature card of the collection there.
And they reckon it could go for more than the 5.2 million that was paid for the 52 Mantle as well, right?
Yes, and then there's the 1933 Babe Ruth card, and it's the finest of its kind, and they expect it to break the record according to the auction house there. So, and then yes, the 1952 Mickey Mantle rookie card, and they figure that's going to get at least $1 million for that as well. So you got to figure that's at least $6 million there. He's got at least another 14 million in cards.
That's
kicking about.
Yeah, I read a bit about the guy. And he was just like, it wasn't done for financial gain. It was just because the guy was just a fiend, just a collecting fiend. I think there's quite a lot of memorabilia that's mixed in that's pushing that value up there as well. But yeah, it's nice that it's a guy who was actually, I think his wife said, pretty much every day he was doing something with his collection, like sorting it or reorganizing it or, archiving things and keeping lists up to date, which a friend of the show, Glenn, would be very, very happy to hear.
You should have employed Glenn to do it.
Should have employed Glenn, yeah. He's in Florida, right? So
yeah.
Maybe we should have been chatting up Ethan,
Yeah. And a big shout out to Ethan. He hooked us up. He went to a Miami Marlins game. He got Graham the jersey he was after. So he got the Nike City Connect one, and I got me in a hat there. So those things sold out quickly. So if you can't get baseball cards, buy City Connect jerseys.
Yeah, buy City Connect jerseys. They seem to be the hot ticket right now. So yeah. Yeah, I was saving that one actually, but cheers.
All right.
I was going to break it out for a future episode, but
well, we still have a ways for it to show up.
Well, that's it. Yeah. Well, I guess there's some new stuff coming out this week. Topps Big League comes out on Wednesday. Always a perennial favorite. Usually a pretty cool looking set, and it's very competitively priced in the kind of opening day sort of price bracket, so it's kind of sub 50 quid quite comfortably for a hobby box. So that comes out on Wednesday, so I'll be looking to ship some of that stuff. So hopefully, if it arrives in time with our friendly shipping agent, I might have it by the end of the week. So
ooh, nice.
Yeah, to be fair, that's going to be a push because FedEx 2-day service is now FedEx 5-day service.
If you're lucky, 5 days.
Yeah.
Like I sent something. I shipped. It was supposed to get shipped out Friday. It might have left today. I haven't even checked yet.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd organized it Thursday night, so it would go out Friday, and it might have gone out today. So I'm hoping. Yeah. Maybe if the moons, stars and moons align, I get it Friday. Oh man,
yeah. I mean,
I don't even talk about my post problems.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, to be fair to FedEx, like the stuff's getting to UK customs in the same time that it normally does. It seems to be that's where the delays are starting. It makes sense because obviously with Brexit and whatever else, and everything coming in from Europe now needs customs cleared. So overnight the customs demand probably doubled at least. You have everything coming out from all around the world, and now suddenly you've got to add all of the stuff from Europe as well. So yeah, I can understand why there's delays. Hopefully they don't last too much longer because, 2-day FedEx isn't cheap. And it's nice to be able to get the stuff quick. So come on, Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, pull your finger.
I mean, I that's what I understand. Like, I know there's probably a backlog there, but, we get our stuff sent over. It's all invoiced, and we all have it there. I mean, it should be easy enough to go, yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, on you go. I mean, come on. It's not that hard there. These guys aren't rocket scientists here,
No, I know, right? Yeah, you'd like to think, but I don't know. I mean, the world of international logistics must just be incredible. But yeah, so maybe my guesstimate of by the end of the week is perhaps slightly ambitious. Probably.
I'm aiming for your birthday.
Dude, that's August.
I know.
I could walk there in that time.
You're after me, so.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So yeah, fingers crossed. So yeah, a big shout out to Ethan for that. Thank you very much for grabbing the jersey. And yeah, I'll premiere it on a future episode of.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure we do that right so I can wear the hat.
Yeah, we'll get coordinated. Yeah, exactly.
Coordinated, yeah.
Yeah, you've got a different M to me tonight, so I'm rocking the Expos hat. And a good evening to Brian, who's already complimented me on my hat. Yeah, so I'm rocking the Expos tonight. I just took the stickers off this right before the start of the podcast because I haven't worn it before. But yours is not Montreal, right?
No, this is Portland Mavericks.
Or future home of the Oakland Athletics. And let's move on.
If they go to Portland, apparently Russell Wilson's going to own the team. That's what the big thing is. He's bought some land, or he's part of an investment group that owns some land near the airport in Portland, which is a terrible place. I've lived in Oregon. It's not an easy place to get to. But okay, that's what is there. And I guess if we're talking about celebrities, we touch on A-Rod, and he opened it up his new makeup line.
That felt like an April Fool's joke.
Oh my gosh! Yes. So I guess when you break up with J-Lo, you go and open up your own makeup line.
Yeah, I mean, like normally a midlife crisis is you buy like a convertible or like a Harley Davidson or something, but to release a makeup line for men, that's a cry for help.
I get it. Like, he's in front of a TV, like. Every guy.
I know. I'm being very facetious. I'm a modern man. What can I tell you?
If it was beard oils or something, sure.
Well, that's it. What's the difference, right? It's like it's makeup for men. Well, I moisturize. I don't look this good by accident.
I'll have to get your tips off the air later.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, for those of you who only listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and don't watch the live show. You're denying yourself a visual feast with Jason and I. I think it's safe to say.
Two middle-aged hairy guys.
Who often forget things.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh well, talking of things that aren't very popular, how's Project 70 looking?
Oh my gosh, we went there already.
What a segue. Look at me.
That was a brilliant one.
Thank you.
This is like the fourth week straight. We have a new print and run low. This time it was Gregory Sips, Jerry Manuel card, and the number was 888 across the board. So
straight eights.
Straight eights. So, or was it 881? I might have written 9, but yes. So it wasn't going to be a popular card because again, with the second Jerry Manuel card, I don't understand. If I can't get a Shed Long card, how can Jerry Manuel have two or a DJ LeMahieu? But yes,
it's a very good point. Yeah.
And so yes, so that was obviously Jerry's son is Jerry Lorenzo, who does the clothing line, the shoe line, the luxury brand Fear of God. So that was a little shout out to him. You can read about it on Gregory Sipp's Instagram post. Oh, he did that, and it's all about family and things with there. Nice card. I'm collecting Gregory Sipp's collection, so I bought it just because I want the damn poster. Just kind of like you're stuck with Anskin Bronson.
Yeah, like I'm stuck with Bronson. Yeah. Did you buy one or did you buy like a 5 set?
No, just the one.
Just one, okay.
Just the one.
I tell you what, you've got a cracking chance at a foil.
So that's kind of it. The print runs are all going down lower and lower. Like I said, Lauren Taylor's Bo Jackson only sold like 6,500, which I thought was shocking.
Yeah, that's a low number for her.
Alex Pardee latest card just sold under 10,000. So the numbers just aren't there anymore. They're getting lower and lower. Naturel's Doc Ellis. I mean, we don't need 3 Doc Ellis cards. We've got 3 Doc Ellis cards.
3 Doc Ellis cards, yeah.
He was just at like 1,100. So, I think the mean's going to be about 1,000. You're just going to see cards dipping up and down from there, depending on the player.
Yeah. Like I say, 8, whatever it was, strikes me as incredibly low. I mean, but then...
who wants it? It's the same thing. So, like, you had the Fuki Don Sutton card. I mean, which modern collector knows who Don Sutton is?
Yeah, that's true.
Like I said, like I know Don Sutton, and even when I know Don Sutton, I wasn't a fan of him. I bought the card. Well, it's like, okay, it's Don Sutton. He pitched for the Angels, Dodgers apparently in the 70s. Like, who is this card appealing to? You're appealing to like 70-year-old white males who had lived in LA.
yeah, it's true.
It wasn't the greatest choice of players there, and Fuki never does that well. And so I bought the card on chasing the low print runs, but the card to actually buy that actually has been holding its value. And I know there's somebody kind of going, I wish I would have bought the card, but it had an Atlanta Braves hat on it, so I chose not to. And that was the Gary Sheffield Mims Band card. That was 920 were sold, and it's holding its value at $80 right now.
$80.
$80.
80.
Yep. So that was the card to own because it's a somewhat recent player, and it's Gary Sheffield, and I like the card. I almost pulled the trigger. I'm kind of kicking myself for not doing that, but somebody else would not buy that card.
Where's Drew? Where is he?
I was trying not to out him.
Where is he?
Yeah, because there was 8 different hats for Gary Sheffield.
That's right. Yeah. Representing all the teams he played for, right?
Yeah. So that's the kind of the hot card to have at the moment right now. Otherwise, it's still the Alex Pardee collection. And the Randy Johnson card was really cool, but then there's another Randy Johnson card today.
I haven't seen today's ones.
So it's actually pretty cool. It's done by Jonas Never, and it's in the style of Duck Hunt for the original NES.
Oh, a little bit of sexy 8-bit action. So
it's got the kind of like Nintendo logo up top, kind of up there, with like Duck Hunt and like that there. So it's really well done.
That's pretty cool.
The card I really want to talk about today is F. Dot's Josh Gibson card.
Yes.
So we've had 2 Satchel Pages, but today we have the first Josh Gibson. And why this card, I'm going to hype this up there, it's because I'm working with the Josh Gibson Foundation to push the Josh Gibson for MVP campaign. So if you follow me on Twitter, and that's where the campaign is mostly at, they do some stuff on Instagram there. They are trying to help promote Josh Gibson's legacy to name the new MVP trophy after him. So it was named after Landis Mountain, taking his name off there. They said they could possibly name it after Branch Rickey because obviously he let Jackie Robinson play.
Yeah.
They wanted to name it after Frank Robinson, who is the only person we did say that he's the only one person that's won in the AL and the NL.
Yeah.
And of course, Josh Gibson is the third one. So they've done the research. If you talk to the Sabre Society, they went and did the research there, and they said Josh would have went up to 8 MVPs had he been played in the MLB.
Majors. Yeah, wow.
8 MVPs through like the 30s. He would have went. So he would have been a dominant force had they done that there.
Wow.
Argument is Branch Rickey's already kind of Branch Rickey. We all know the story there.
Yeah.
Frank Robinson's legacy is because him. He's won an MVP in both there. And Josh Gibson would have been an MVP candidate for at least and won it 8 of the years.
eight years in a single decade. That's phenomenal.
Yeah. So yes. So FDOT knew about this. He's working with the Josh Gibson's Foundation. There's another show tonight. Eric Norton of Beckett Media Live is having FDOT and Josh Gibson's great grandson Sean Gibson on to talk about the card tonight at midnight. So if you happen to be awake, check out Beckett Live. Watch the interview there. FDOT did amazing research behind this. If you like FDOT's cards, you know he does a bunch of Easter eggs in his cards. You can find those in there. The research is there, and he has the first chase card of the Project 70 set. So there is a 1 of 20 chase card where he has Josh Gibson as a horizontal card, and it's all based off the 1972 set. It's really cool. So you still have a chance for the gold, you still have a chase for the foil, and then now there's the chase card.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So
very cool indeed.
So yeah, so it's a lot of fun. Like if you don't know, before I did a project, I guess that's where I kind of really kicked off the podcasting career from Baseball Scotland, and going into the Negro League Baseball Museum fundraiser I did last October. I interviewed 40 artists in 14 days, and that's where I've met most of the people through the industry like that there. And we ended up working with Sean Gibson, and we're working with the Buck Leonard Association as well, and they are called the Thunder Twins. So Josh batted 3, Buck batted 4. So you want to talk about some potentially really good people there. Those two are there, and there are some other Hall of Fame Negro League players that we're working to get. And so if you can think of the Negro Leagues and you think of some of their top guys, those are the guys we're trying to get. And I'll maybe give you an update on those at another point in time. But yes, so the Josh Gibson card. So again, if you're watching and you want to know where the hell the first card competition go, I apologize. My week disappeared. It was a school break. I literally did nothing but watch my kids from about Friday morning till 8 o'clock tonight. So tomorrow I am only working on that, so we'll announce the winner. But I will say we are going to have a giveaway, or we're having another card art competition for UK and European only. And what we'll do is you have to create an artwork for the Josh Gibson Foundation through that there, and we will give away a Josh Gibson FDOT card to the winner.
That would be very cool.
So I'll go into details more about it there. I didn't want to really talk about it because, again, I have not announced the winner from 2 months ago. You can kill me, but I promise tomorrow I will work on that so we get the winner done, and then I will go into details more next week about the Josh Gibson card. But whoever produces the card, the winning card will be the Josh Gibson card from FDOT.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, that's that'll be some good fodder for future episodes. That's for sure.
Yes, we'll have to fit in. We've got some busy weeks coming up.
We might have to do a little bonus episode or something to cover this stuff. But yeah, we'll figure it out and we'll squeeze it in. As always, follow us on the socials. You can get us. We have a link tree, right? Tea and Tops link tree. So link tr.ee/tea and tops to see all the social channels. But I think we're at Tea and Tops on most platforms, right?
We are on all the platforms.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are.
I can't imagine there's anyone else here called Tea and Tops.
No, I don't think so. I think we stole them all, right?
I think we own them all, and if not, there's some guy holding a large ransom of money open them for us to go make it there. Another smooth segue. Then you mentioned Beckett there, so I was scrolling Facebook before the start of the show, and saw that Beckett and Dallas are hiring graders again. So if you're part of the, I think 58% of our audience that are based in the US, according to our statistics from Spotify. I keep wanting to say Shopify, no, Spotify. Then and you're in the Dallas area, then yeah, why not apply to be a grader for Beckett? No experience necessary according to the job advert, but some knowledge of the sports or trading card industry is a bonus. So yeah, they're obviously feeling the pinch. PSA, I believe, are working through their 10 million backlog. I think they're going to be starting to accept submissions again soon. So yeah, you can get yourself a job. Somebody posted a card. It really cracked me up. They got their card graded. It was 9.5 from HGA. but they were like population 1. I was like, come on.
Yeah, man. The population 1 thing. This some people attribute value to it. I don't know how much it actually affects value because we have a card which we were just looking at tonight. So the 2017 Bomber Mega Box Shoei Otani that we've got on a PSA 10. So it's a card out of 99. However, when you look at the PSA population report, like there's obviously none higher because it's a 10, but I think the number of 10s is exceptionally small. So it's whether or not you perceive that to add anything to, I don't know. But then, Beckett, you go and look at a Beckett population report, and like a Beckett 9.5 is comparable to a PSA 10, so yeah. Funny, there was a listing on eBay I saw. It caught my eye because the price of the car was $1 million. And I was like, oh, that's a fairly big car to be advertising on eBay. It
wasn't the Alex Madrid car.
No, it wasn't actually a money laundering effort, this one. It wasn't... Jose
Uribe's the other one.
Jose Uribe, that's it, yeah. It wasn't a Jose Uribe car, it was a Luca, a rookie. And it was advertised as a 101, and I was like, wow, that's quite interesting, it's a 101. No, was it balls? It was like it was out of 150, but it was a PSA 10. And I think there weren't any other PSA 10s, but it was listed on eBay as a 1 of 1. It's not a fucking 1 of 1. Like, you're taking the piss. It's out of 150, and it happens to be a PSA 10. But it's kind of a running joke, like the eBay 1 of 1 thing. But yeah, people are a bit liberal with the truth sometimes. I think it's safe to say on eBay auctions.
I think that's terrible for the new people. Like, they don't know any better.
Precisely. Yeah.
I found this. I actually tried to email the guy that's selling the 1989 Score refractor card for like 20 quid. And I was like, you're not really charging that. He wouldn't respond back to me, but I was like, yeah, you're just an asshole. Like it said, I mean, if you're gonna take 20 quid off somebody, or even 10 quid for something that's given away. I've got Donruss puzzle pieces that you can try to sell for 20 quid. Like, it's not cool. Like,
no, it's not really. I guess that's why it's great that we've got such a good community, I guess, here in the UK, because we spot that stuff, and we may have saved people from making silly purchases. We may not. But yeah, it needs the community to be on guard for that kind of thing, for sure. I mean, it's difficult to say, like say, you give cards away with your shirts and stuff, and then like a week later you see posts pop up on Facebook going, oh, what's the value of these? What's the value of these? It's like,
that was pretty funny. Did anyone else respond back to them?
I didn't go back and follow up with it. I just liked your comment and then moved on. But
that was pretty funny, yeah. So if you have not bought anything from my shop, God, I'm plugging the shop tonight. I've not talked about the shop in like 2 months. All of a sudden, buy stuff from my shop.
It's payday.
I got 2 new Expo shirts coming in. Yeah, coming in brand new. I put in a pack of cards, and I put in some old baseball cards there, because I figured if I want to get people involved into the baseball card community, why not start with some just junk era cards that there. So if they get dinged up on the way down or not, and some guy had bought a shirt and tried to see if there was any value to the junk era cards, the 20 cards I sent him, and it was just no one else said anything on there, but it was pretty funny. So
he was trying to recoup the very fair price at which you sold him a shirt, I think. by selling some cards. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't own any Nike jerseys, but you do now.
I do now. Technically, I own a Nike jersey. Yeah, I'm petrified
cheap.
It's not going to fit. No, well, I know. I mean, I tipped Ethan for his time. Obviously, treated him to a couple of beverages the next time he's at a game. But yeah, that was like, well, with the taxes and stuff, right? It was like $180. So I sent him a couple of hundred just as a thank you, and. Yeah, by the time I paid PayPal's honking exchange rate, and paid like the £3 fee for it, I was over 150 quid.
Yeah, and they were selling at the MLB Europe for 110.
Yeah,
and they went out immediately. So, like I said,
it's wild.
So I was trying to see if people were flipping them. People are. So.
Oh yeah.
I just don't. don't know. We said we did like NFTs, and now we're selling NFTs.
Yeah, I know, Christ.
So I guess if and the thing is, I read into this because there's still like the White Sox Cubs game. Apparently, they're doing the City Connect jerseys, and this is going to go on for a few years. So what's going to happen is they're going to release more next year.
Yeah.
More next year. So whether it becomes a permanent feature, I mean, it's Father's Day weekend. The Father's Day weekend hats had just come out today.
Like Father's Day, they always do that kind of stuff, and so City Connect's new this year, obviously, and we started with the yellow Boston jerseys. I don't remember the replica jerseys selling out that quick, but then all of a sudden,
I had people asking me to do it because they sold out. They struggled at first to sell out in the UK, and then everyone's like, well, I'll go use whatever company they used to buy stuff in the States from. And by the time they got around to getting their order from the people in the States, they were gone. They had to go back and buy them in the UK there. Cause I imagine that they probably only got, I'd say 60 jerseys in the UK. I mean, there's a lot of people that are Boston fans here, but you're not buying 1,000 jerseys going, I hope I sell these suckers out. You're buying
not freaking bright yellow ones either.
Exactly, school bus yellow.
Yeah, Jesus, you're not going to get run over wearing one of those. That is for sure.
And you know what? And the really crappy thing was, we're going on a tangent about jersey. Is you couldn't get. I like the hat, but you couldn't get it in a fitted. You could only get the snapback. So by the time I actually wanted to get a fitted hat, it was gone.
Yeah, I've not seen any of the hats, but
yes. So because I had,
it's collecting. Like we're talking about collecting. That's fine.
Yes, I had one of my regular customers ask me to pick up a jersey for them. In the States, and I did that there. So if you guys are interested in picking up, if you're a White Sox fan or a Cubs fan, I can't remember who the other one is there. Reach out to me and I can help you out to get a jersey from the States, or you can buy it from MLB UK. But yes,
but you need to be ready.
Do not last long. I mean, I think the Miami. It's Miami. I wouldn't even guess it would have.
Well, that's it. Yeah, that's the thing. I was like being all chill about it. I was like, I might pick one up. Like they look pretty cool. And then went on. I was like, I don't even know if they're out yet. And when I looked it up, and it's like only the authentic at $480 left. And I was like,
five hours apparently. They sold out in 5 hours.
Wow, and that's like Miami one. I mean, it looks pretty cool. It looks a bit like a football jersey, soccer jersey, football, round ball, kickball. It looks a bit like a soccer jersey, but it's still really cool. But yeah, if they can sell the Miami one out in 5 hours, if they do Cubs and White Sox for the Chicago series,
the Cubs one's gonna be nuts. I can't imagine how quickly the Cubs is gonna sell out.
Well, I mean, while we're on the subject, then, so obviously there was a very recent collaboration between MLB and Ralph Lauren as well, and they did some pretty dope stuff, and that stuff just flew. And we're talking like the Cubs jacket was mint, and they did a Yankees one as well, and that shit flew, and they were like $600 jackets because obviously it's Ralph Lauren, and that like they were just gone. I think you could get an extra small, and that was about it. And I don't think my arm would fit in an extra small right now. Thanks, lockdown.
That reminds me of your Han Solo jacket.
Hey, I've still got my Han Solo jacket.
I know, it's awesome.
I love that thing.
That thing went quick.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, it was like, the missus just happened up at 5 a.m. and picked up my Han Solo jacket.
I'm still good. I never bought one of them.
Yeah. Mine's all covered in dog hair and everything now. It needs dry cleaning again, that's for sure.
And you got the blaster later.
And I got the blaster, yeah. I've still got that as well. Jeez. Well, that was quite a tangent, but yeah, a fun tangent nonetheless.
Yes. So let's go to a different tangent here. So, upcoming guests.
Yes, let's talk some guests.
Let's talk some guests here, because I said I don't think we have anything else to cover at the moment.
Not really, just crazy men stampeding a Walmart for either.
Okay, you cover that then, and then we'll go with our guests. We'll end with the guests tonight, because we got about 10 minutes left.
Yeah, we got some time. Yeah, that was really the last thing. Obviously, it was shared in the Tops UK group. But if you haven't seen it, there's a phenomenal video that originated on Instagram, but it got most traction on Twitter from @BigBCards, so you can go and look it up. We'll probably share it. We might share it out the Tops out of our account after this. So obviously we spoke last week about Target and the fact that they've removed Pokemon and MLB, NHL, and NBA cards from general sale after a dude got a gun pulled on him in the car park. Or a dude pulled a gun on a bunch of guys who were trying to rob him of his cards in a Target car park in Wisconsin. So Walmart at the time said, well, we're not going to do anything. You're welcome in our stores. And then a video came out this week of a stampede, basically. A whole lot of guys waiting outside of Walmart at 7 a.m. I think it was for... I've seen two conflicting reports. One said it was for Pokemon cards. Another one said it was for Panini Select basketball. And I think it's more likely to be Select basketball. And yeah, just the shutters went up and all these dudes just stormed the Walmart and were just feverishly throwing boxes into carts as fast as they could. And despite it being a giant cluster, it was as civilized as that kind of event could be, I guess. I mean, it's still ridiculous.
It's so funny. It was a lot of overweight guys pushing carts as fast as they could.
Get out of my way, I want my carts. So it was kind of wild. So yeah, I guess a nice follow on from the Target story from last week. But yeah, Walmart just being Walmart and being like, yeah, you go for it, fellers.
There needs to be some kind of like collectors Olympics, like the 100-yard cart dash, or something like that. There's got to be some we got to figure something like that out because that would be kind of fun.
yeah. So that was kind of brutal. So like I said, I picked up some decent traction on Twitter. I think the videos had like 1.5 million views or something now. It sparked a whole. Obviously, the narrative continues in the media about the fascination with trading cards and stuff just now, but. Yeah, that was one episode from one particular Walmart. There's nothing bad about it. It's just crazy. It's just kind of insane to watch. But it's not like the dudes were fighting or anything. But it's funny. It's funny. It's
an alligator to keep people away from it.
Yeah, I've got my gator on. I take my gator on my lead into Walmart. Yeah,
got my Crocs and I got my Croc.
Yeah. It's kind of funny how like they'll bring their lawn chairs and their coolers with their beverages in and form a very orderly queue, and you don't cut the queue and there's etiquette and manners. We're British people talking about queue and this is a dream come true, and yeah, so the build up is like all nice and organized and everyone's very cordial and whatever else, and as soon as the shutters go up, fucking all bets are off. And it's just a stampede. It's like, so what's the point of having the big queue? What you should do is just rock up a minute before 7 o'clock and just get in the stampede with everybody else. What's the point in sitting there for 12 hours before it? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, exactly.
If all bets are off as soon as the doors go up, then don't fucking bother queuing all night.
You just have an employee, you pay him an extra $10 late in the side door.
That's it. Yeah. I think the employees might charge more than $10 if they were smart about it. But
if they were smart, they weren't even stocking the shelves. They were sticking out the back of
the shelves. Yeah. That's the thing. How much is going out the back with the staff? That's the question. But, exactly. To be fair, I think that stuff's very well monitored by Walmart. So.
I'm waiting. Someone's gonna rob a Tops truck. It's gonna just knock it over.
It's gonna happen. Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
I mean, like we spoke about last week. I hope it's not the vendors that bear the brunt of this. There's already been scary stories of the vendors, the guys who go around stocking the shelves on behalf of Walmart and on behalf of Target. It's not Target employees or Walmart employees that do it. It's third party companies, these vendor companies. And we've already heard stories of vendors getting followed home and all manner of like shenanigans, and a lot of the time it's women who are out doing this work. You know what I mean? You've got all these, like you say, all these freaking sweaty guys like following this like vendor chick from like store to store and following these women home and stuff. That's fucking creepy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay.
Yeah, well, that's enough of that.
Yeah, it's like, all right, it's fair enough being keen, but
exactly.
there's a big difference between being keen and being like a freaking predator, basically.
Exactly.
Right?
They're gonna have like a low jack on their car so they can follow them around. I'm not gonna go there. They're at Walmart up north. We'll go wait till she comes down further and we'll leave the house.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It's
someone's probably doing it. Or we're giving them really bad ideas.
Yeah, I mean, I get excited when I get the text message say that my FedEx parcel is going to be delivered today, right? Like but I'm not like chasing the FedEx guy around the street or anything.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Friday, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Where's my Marlins jersey, Mother Hubbard? Yeah. Jeez. So yeah, that was the last point of discussion I had from this week was the Walmart stampede for perhaps Pokemon and or Panini Select basketball cards. But yeah, well, if you haven't seen it, we'll give it a share off the Teen Tops Twitter after this, and you can enjoy the carnage.
Cool.
Anyway,
so
guests.
So next week we have a guest. We actually have a guest lined up. We have actually pulled the finger out and made sure we had someone lined up this week. And I am excited for you guys because we have the Michael Jordan of watercolor sports art. Seriously,
I know it's a great name. It's a great name. I love it.
It is. He's the Michael Jordan of sports art. You know, I think you put him up in the upper echelon of Vernon Wells Jr. and Dick Perez. And I'm forgetting somebody else that's amazing. But we have the one, the only, James Fiorentino. And if you don't know who James is, look him up. You can go to visit his website. Good luck spelling his name. I'll post it later.
Yeah, that's another one that'll come out on Twitter very soon.
But why you have heard of his name? He is the lead artist on Transcendent. No, not Transcendent. It's what is it? You know it.
Transcendent. Transcendent. Yeah.
Transcendent. Yeah. So he is the sports artist for that. There. I've talked to James before. He is awesome. He'll spin some awesome stories about who he worked with. But he was a licensed top artist at 14. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, what did we do at 14? I was getting into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I wasn't making. I was as well.
I wasn't making baseball cards for Topps then.
No.
He had his own Upper Deck collection, and like 1998, at like 20 years old. So while he was going to uni full time, playing baseball at uni and doing his degree, he still had time to go and
to have his own collection. Wow.
Own selection. He has done for presidents. He has done for you name any elite athlete, Muhammad Ali, Tom Brady, Michael Jordan. He has done them all. Like, he is the shit. Like,
yeah, his stuff is amazing. I wasn't familiar with the name until we were speaking obviously about getting guests and stuff on. You said that he was keen, and when we looked at his website, and yeah, just mind blowing. And like you say, the career and stuff he's had, and we won't give everything away, but you know, considering he's got his own bobblehead, then. Or his own action figure, like that tells you what we're dealing with here, right?
Yeah. Like I said, he'll probably tell the story there, but he actually spent a week with Ted Williams, interviewing about Ted Williams' greatest hitters of all times, so he could paint them. I mean, I can't imagine having 5 minutes of Ted Williams' time, let alone a week to go hang out and pick his brains.
Wow, man!
I mean, that would have been absolutely wild. And he just casually goes, "Yeah, that's it." No big deal. Just like, and he's the nicest guy ever. Like, James is so cool. So if you don't know, I'll put a link to his website. He'll be on live with us. You can ask all the questions you want. You know, like, I can't say enough good things about James there.
Yeah,
like,
we'll post the
super nice guy.
Yeah, we'll post the crap out of this one in the coming week across the socials to. So you can get a bit of a primer on who he is, and like I say, his work's astonishingly good. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, like I said, like I'm not like trying to oversell him, saying he's the Michael Jordan of sports art, but he's the Michael Jordan of sports art.
Listen, they don't just pick any old fanny for their $25,000 a box set, do they? So let's be honest. No. I'm looking forward to it. That'll be a fun one.
Leroy Neiman, that's the other guy. Those are the three guys. I'd say if you talk sports artists, it's Leroy Neiman, it's Dick Perez, it's Vernon Wells Jr., and I'd say James is definitely the fourth. They're top four. There we go.
Yeah.
And that's just how much of a legend this guy is here. So yes. So that we've got another Topps artist who I'm not going to share there because they are coming out when they launch Museum, which is coming out apparently in late June.
Yeah.
So that's all I'll say. It's one of the artists from that, possibly two artists from that. I haven't talked to the other guy yet.
but one for sure. Yeah.
And then we have two potential Project 70 artists. So we're trying to get them to give us a time that they're available there. Obviously, they're a little bit busy at the moment.
I imagine Project 70 artists are quite busy. Well, we know from having spoken to Lauren that they're quite busy. So we may have a couple of pre-recorded segments. It might have to be, but we'll endeavor. We'll obviously keep trying to get them on live. But if it's not possible, then we certainly won't be passing up the opportunity to speak to these people. So,
and we'll absolutely let you know when it is live, because again, we'll do it live as we always do. but we might just actually just skip the thing there.
It just might not be Monday at 9 p.m. Like we try and keep it to do it as a little bonus, but then we can always play it back through the show, and it'll be on the podcast and stuff as well. So.
Absolutely. So don't worry, I haven't been doing nothing. I may have not given us the results of the first card art competition, but I'm getting us guests to the show, which is probably more.
Show, which is good. Yeah, it's good. It's great having guests on. I mean, I love doing the show in this format as well. It's great to just to sit and have a bit of banter, you know. But yeah, I've really enjoyed doing that. I mean, obviously, you know, you like you said, you've interviewed a bunch of the artists and with ball caps and bagpipes, you know, and the
Negro League Baseball Museum art.
Yeah, I always get the acronym all messed up in my head.
You know, same thing. Yeah. So
you like
the NLBM art.
Yeah, NLBM. That's it. But I keep wanting to say like MLB. It's not MLB and it's not NBA, and my head just goes mince.
Get it wrong.
Yeah. You've obviously interviewed a lot of people before, and obviously a number of these artists before. But this being my first kind of webcasty, podcasty experience, it's something I'm kind of new to. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying getting to meet these artists and learn a bit more about them and stuff as well. It's really interesting. It's really like I say, when we first talked about getting Lauren on, like I say, I started doing the research and just disappeared off down a rabbit hole and yeah, that was kind of fun, and I've sort of done the same thing with James as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having him on. It should be a good time.
Yes. If there's anyone you think we can get on, like, just let us know. Like, it's actually really easy to get people to come on and talk about themselves.
We were speaking to some of the artists about, oh, do you want to come on? Like, our top's not helping you promote this, or like people not reaching out for like to get you for interviews and stuff. It's amazing amount are coming back going, well, no, not really. So if you want it, then it's amazing. So
yeah. So that I'm gonna try. I'm gonna work on a couple of guys from Beckett Media. I think it'd be fun to have them there. We still need to do some product stuff. We still need to find someone in the UK who wants to be interviewed. So we have
exactly.
UK collector.
UK collectors. Come on. Let's go.
So
where are you? We're friendly. You know us now, right?
Yeah, exactly. You would have to have someone on soon.
Well, we may have a returning guest as well, right? So
yes, we will.
That's one to work on as well. So we might have part 2, I guess, of a continuation, I guess, of a previous guest. So with some new content as well. So that's one to keep an eye out for. So lots of exciting things on the horizon over the coming weeks and months, I guess. Yes, over the summer it should be pretty good, I think. But a little bit of a lull, but we're getting towards the dog days of summer for the actual sport. So it means that all the things around the sport tend to pick up while they try and rekindle everyone's enthusiasm. So obviously All-Star stuff's coming out, and we've got a few good product releases coming out in the next few months as well. So yeah, lots more activity hopefully.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And of course, we'll have to figure out something to do once it's October. We'll have no baseball to talk about. So we'll talk about NFL NFTs. I tried saying that 10 times fast.
Oh, geez, I'd rather not. Well, NHL NFTs, I sent you a thing. So
that's true.
Yeah, the New Jersey Devils, like my NHL team, they were doing their first NFT launch. They seem to be doing it themselves rather than the NHL doing it. So yeah, like Founders Edition NFTs on auction just now. I think it ends tomorrow, and the current bid's at $6,500 or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, everyone's at it. There was some Serie A one, so the Italian football league I saw was getting advertised to me on Facebook through Facebook's targeted advertising. So they're doing it. The whole world and their granny's doing it now. Charlie Bit My Finger. You aware of Charlie Bit My Finger?
I'm very aware. That's one of Lisa's favorite videos of all time.
Is it? There you go. So does an NFT today. £765,000 or dollars? I can't remember.
I think it was dollars.
I think it was dollars, yeah. So Charlie Bit My Finger, one of the original YouTube classics, I guess. Sold as an NFT, 765,000, either British pesos or
Turkish lira,
or American lira, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's sold today. We've already seen, I can't remember what it's called, Chaos Girl or something, sold as well.
They're taking it down from YouTube. So whoever bought it,
apparently, yeah. So whoever owns it now,
you better go download it now.
Yeah, but then it's available in like GIF format forever and a day, and I bet it's probably hosted in a million different places as well. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, I just can't believe we're talking about illegal downloads of Charlie Pin My Finger.
oh, see, this is the thing. But then this is what people have always taught. This has always been the thing with NFTs, though. It's like, you know, you can't protect digital art from the simple function of copy and paste, but then that's where it's difficult, I guess, to explain where the intrinsic value of it is. You like Nyan Cat was a great example as well, like the original GIF of Nyan Cat. It's like, well, you know, that's a GIF you can pick up anywhere. You know, I can go on my phone now and send you Nyan Cat. But
Yeah.
but the point is, the owner of the original is the one who has the NFT to prove that they own the original, but they can't control the replication and distribution of copies. I guess the Mona Lisa was the best. I think the original example we held up about that. You know, like the original Mona Lisa is on the wall in the art gallery in the Louvre, but you can go to the gift shop and, you know, they've got hundreds of copies of the Mona Lisa.
Exactly.
You know, there's only one original one. It's this, and it's that same premise. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see how it's getting used. I mean, we've already seen internet bellends opening packs of Pokemon cards as a card.
Yeah, exactly.
He made his money that way. We've seen musicians are doing it now.
Yeah. So, yes, funny enough, it was there was this apparently this is Argentinian millionaire influence guy who had said 10 years ago, if you spent $10 on your crypto coins, you'd be a millionaire, and you just hang on to it for 10 years. And he did. And he obviously spent more than $10 there, but yeah, he's like, I made millions because I was willing to spend like $500 and held on to it for 10 years. And
I'll tell you,
obviously
I used to be a geeky geek, right, and subscribed to a magazine. So this is how old we're talking. When you used to get magazines sent through the post, I am that old, and it was called Custom PC, and it was all about building your own computers and stuff. And it was really nerdy. And it was really fun, and I liked it. But they did an article on Bitcoin when Bitcoin first came out, and explaining all about what it was and what crypto is and how they thought it was going to be and whatever else. And I believe the initial exchange rate on Bitcoin was 1 Bitcoin to $1. And I remember thinking at the time, this sounds kind of interesting. I wonder what's the most I'd be prepared to lose, and I should just buy some Bitcoin just for the laws. I was like, oh, I could probably get away with like 500 quid. Like, you know, think of it like a bet or like like an investment. It's like,
long-term bet, yeah.
Yeah, and at that time, you know, I was single, ready to mingle. Like no kids, like, you know, paying a tiny mortgage, had a pretty decent paying job in the oil industry up here and stuff. So it's like £500 to have a punt on something at the time wouldn't have been quite a big deal. I feel like a bit of an arrogant prick for saying that out loud, but and I didn't do it. There you go. There's the long and the short of it.
Exactly.
Didn't do it.
You could have been able to afford that Mickey Mantle.
yeah, exactly. That could have been me. Damn it! I could have been hanging out with DJ Ski and buying $5.2 million Mickey Mantle cards.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what the original thing was. It was 1 Bitcoin to $1 when they initially launched it. And I remember thinking at the time, oh, maybe like throw a few hundred quid at it just for the laws. There you go.
Yeah,
you live and learn, right?
Exactly. I mean, who knows?
God damn it, my DJ LeMahieu Series 1 NFT, that'll see me through my retirement.
Exactly.
And I have the Cody Bellinger mint number 69 as well, so I'm counting on that.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the Nolan Ariano 200 card, so I'm holding on to that, even though it's a crafting card. So
there you go, on the Mendoza line.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh boy.
Indeed. Oh well, awesome. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff to come up. We obviously, like I say, we have a guest on next week. We have James on next week, and like I say, he'll be joining us live. So that'll be next Monday at 9 p.m. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And yeah, good chats this week, Jason. Thanks. We strolled off topic a couple of times, but it was kind of fun. And yeah, if you've been watching along tonight live, thanks very much. Brian, who obviously commented on the qualityness of my hat. Coach Clark has been listening tonight. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Watch along on YouTube. Unbelievable.
He followed us on Twitter the other day.
There you go. Oh my God. He's alive.
Yes, exactly. I went down to baseball last weekend to see if he was down there because his oldest Chris was supposed to be there.
Yeah, so the boys are playing now, right? Yeah.
They weren't there yet. I was hoping they'd be down there. I wanted to see get my scouting report on.
You're going to sign them up for the Portland Mavericks. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Yeah, so next Monday at 9, we'll have James on. Looking forward to that. Obviously, this episode will be available as a podcast from a Wednesday at 9 p.m. Those of you who were hanging by your phone on Wednesday night last week, desperate for the latest of the episode of Tea and Tops, may have noticed that I was about 3 hours late in posting it. So if you were waiting for it, I'm sorry. I clean forgot and then remembered like super late at night. So I did it before I went to my bed on Wednesday night, but it was like Thursday morning by the time it went up or something. So if you were expecting it Wednesday night and you didn't get it, I am sorry. I will get better. In fact, I'll probably just get it queued up tomorrow. I can't think of anything
and
else.
I would say,
us, right?
those of you guys waiting on the Project 70 cards, I will put them up tonight. I know somebody's waiting on the Bowman Wave 4 cards. The last of the Bowman series is finally going up there. So I will get these up tonight so you can get them up there. If not, they'll be up in the morning. You'll have to wait till 9 o'clock when I drop the kids off of school. And then I get my 5 hours of bliss.
Yeah, you get your peace and quiet.
Since I try to play catch up with stuff and try to actually figure out where all the entries are for this damn competition.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say that's when I get to play MLB The Show, but
nah, it's at midnight.
Fair enough. Awesome. Well, until next Monday, Jason, thanks very much again for joining us. We'll be on next week, Monday 9 p.m. with James Fiorentino, right?
Fiorentino,
yeah. There we go. Before I get it wrong like an idiot. So until then, thanks very much again, everybody. Stay safe, be well, look after yourselves. We'll talk to you again next week.
Have a good one, guys. See you next week.
Thanks. Take care.
These my dollars make it hurt. These my dollars make it hurt.